Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the ATOR Protocol charts and we're going to see where it might be headed, and we will cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the possibilities. And towards the end of the video I will cover the overall macro structure of the overall altcoin market as well. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same crypto exchanges I use on a regular basis, feel free to go ahead and try out either the MEXC exchange or the Blowfin exchange with the links in the video description down below this video. Now, the reasons why I love these exchanges: for one, I love MEXC because they have some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry right now, which is very nice because you simply get to keep more of your profits. Now, the reason why I love Blowfin is because they allow anybody from anywhere to sign up and trade crypto futures here. So if you're from the United States and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on Blowfin. I'm from the United States. This is where I personally trade crypto futures right now myself. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ATOR Protocol charts and see what is going on. Now, ATOR Protocol has been one of my personal favorite spot plays for a very long time. I got in when it was very, very, very cheap, and I'm still holding it, to be brutally honest with you. And to be honest with you, I have been amazed by the price action of this coin personally. All right, as you guys can clearly see, we have had some very giant runs up, which have been very, very nice, and as expected, we came back down to consolidate and create a valley, which has been very nice as well. And as you guys can also clearly see, we are currently following this very nice gradual trend line here, which is very, very nice to see. I love seeing gradual good trend lines like this. This means this is very healthy price action going on right here. Okay, now what I currently see happening here, or what needs to happen here, is we've got this first layer here of resistance here at $2.59 that we need to gain enough momentum to and cross before we can get into this next layer here. Now, this level of resistance here at $2.79 isn't really that big of a level of resistance here. It's kind of more of a minor level, but if we can gain enough momentum to get through this one, I assume we'll get to this one as well, and we will probably end up coming back down and hopefully flipping this $2.59 level into a support level and holding there, and possibly trading within this level for a few days before gaining enough momentum to break through it and going into this next layer here between $2.79 and $3.46, and we've got pretty major resistance up here at $3.46. So once we do get to this level eventually, again, I assume we will end up coming back down to right around this level here of these minor support levels right in here, and we will end up bouncing off of it and gaining momentum and going up even higher. That is overall what I want to see here. We want to continue to keep seeing higher lows being created in a step-by-step fashion all the way up. All right, now in a bearish scenario, if something stupid ends up happening in the crypto market, because this is crypto and stupid stuff happens all the time, if we get some kind of ridiculous black swan event or some bad news or just something dumb, what I could see happening here is we want to look at this major trend line down here, because this trend line, we've been creating some pretty decent higher lows all the way up, which has been very, very nice, and very, very healthy as well. So this is a very strong trend line that we've got going on here, and what needs to happen, or what will happen, or what will probably end up happening if we do end up getting some kind of bearish black swan event or something like that, we want to look for this trend line right here as major support. Okay, and if we end up breaking through it, we want to be looking for support down here at $1.86. If that ends up failing, we've got support down here at $1.67. If that one fails, then we've also got support down here at $1.53, and we've got major support down here at $1.05. But realistically, with the way that the altcoin market has been moving and how much strength it's been having lately, I realistically, for the remainder of this bull market, I don't see us going below this level of $1.05, even if we do end up getting some kind of big bearish event or something. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, because it definitely is possible. It could go through it and go even lower. But again, this is just my personal opinion. All right. Now, if we, with support and resistance levels aside, let's go ahead and take a look at some indicators and see what the indicators are telling us. If we go ahead and turn on the EMAs, we can clearly see that we can clearly see that the EMA 200 is underneath the price, underneath all price action, which is very nice to see. Okay, a lot of times on the larger time frame charts like this, price levels will tend to bounce off of these major EMAs, especially the 200 period, and end up going back upwards. As you guys can clearly see here, that's what happened right here at this level. We ended up getting down to it and bouncing right off of it. Same thing happened right here, got down to it, bounced right off of it and went higher. And we didn't technically bounce off of it right here, but hopefully we can end up bouncing off and going up higher from here as well. And that's the overall goal that we want to see here. Now, when we turn that off and go to the Bollinger Bands, we can clearly see price is trending below the moving average here. Now, that's usually a bearish signal when price is trending below the moving average in the Bollinger Bands. It typically means that, you know, momentum clearly isn't strong enough and we are starting to trend down further. Now, it is possible we could end up continuing this trend downward and going down even further and, you know, trending below the moving average as it goes down further and further here. All right, but realistically, if that does end up happening, again, I don't see us going any further than this $1.05 level. But again, I can't say that with 100% certainty because I am not a magician and I can't see the future. All right. So if we go ahead and turn off the Bollinger Bands and look at the RSI, we can clearly see on the RSI we are pretty much in oversold levels right now, just below the neutral level of level 50, and we've got the price line above the price above the RSI as well, which is kind of bearish also. But realistically here, if we do end up dropping, I assume we'll only drop to the bottom of this channel right here before end up continuing and going back up higher. That's the overall hope anyway. So with indicators and support and resistance levels aside, let's go ahead and now take a look at the overall altcoin market, the overall altcoin market cap chart. So when we are looking at the overall altcoin market cap chart, we can clearly see we are in this rising wedge right here, and we have been creating some higher lows all the way up, which has been very, very, very nice. All right. It seems each time we end up hitting the bottom of the channel, we end up going back upwards again and creating higher, higher highs each time, as we did right here and as we did right here. And we want that to happen again right here. So I hope that we end up going up higher and then coming back down and then going up and down and then, just following this pattern all the way up before hopefully ending up breaking out at this $765 billion level. This is kind of the key level that I'm currently looking at here before we hopefully gain enough momentum. But if that does not end up happening and we do end up getting some bearish news or some bad bearish news, and it completely nukes the altcoin market, we want to be looking for major support at these levels. The first level that we want to be looking at here for major support is obviously the bottom of the bottom of the channel right in here, this bottom line. All right, we want to be looking at the bottom of this line, and if that ends up failing, we will be looking for support here at $662 billion. If that ends up failing, we'll be looking for major support at $623 billion. If that ends up failing, we'll be looking at it at $595 billion. And if that ends up failing, we'll be looking at $560 billion, which realistically, I don't see that happening. I don't see us going any further, at least for the remainder of this bull market. I don't see us going any lower than this $560 billion range if that does end up happening. All right. So guys, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button below the video to give, to help me out here, and leave me a comment below on your personal thoughts on where you think the price of ATOR Protocol is going to go in the short term. And hey guys, with that said, for those of you who stuck around and ended up watching this video throughout the entire video, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see all of you in my future videos.